You have her ID?
Your cell phone? No, I don't want to give it to you. Why do I have to?
Because my attorney said not to.
Why do I have to give it to you? This is evidence. She's under arrest. I have to go with. I have to go. I have to go.
Let me help you out.
No, I have to stay. Please don't do this. Don't stay. You need to grab the bags. Take the bags. Yeah, and you need to wait outside. Okay.
My husband's almost 80 years old. He can't
Yeah,
come
I
with
can't. Please, can I help? No, you can't join me there. Oh, don't do this,
me.
please.
Please.
Oh,
Someone's got
God.
to help him get home. This is terrible. You can't do this. This is insane.
Is that okay with you?
Please. You don't have that with handcuffs on. She's not going anywhere. Please. Please.
Do you have anything in your pocket?
No, no.
Do you have anything of value in you?
No, I
Plus you have a necklace on. You
What I
can
got?
take the
My-
necklace
I'll take it.
Yeah, take it off. Yeah.
and the earrings.
And the earrings. They're
You are listening to the Roberta Glass True Crime Report, putting the true back in true crime. From New York City, Roberta Glass is now on the record.
Okay. Thanks all for your patience. How is everybody? We're going to talk about the Adelson case today. And what I think what everybody knows is true in the Adelson case is that the TV is an alibi, was used as an alibi for Wendi Adelson. But after today, I think you're going to have no doubt that the TV was an alibi for Wendi Adelson and that Donna and Charlie are well aware of this fact that it was an alibi. And they make a stunning admission regarding Wendi Adelson's alibi in their jailhouse communications. So these are jailhouse calls between Charlie and Donna Adelson. I've been talking about them. I made a couple shorts. Thanks to everybody who checked out my shorts. And I made longer videos about it as well. It's about how telling these calls really are. They're after Charlie Adelson was convicted in less than 2.5 hours. That's with lunch by a jury. And they're lamenting how unfair the trial was, how everyone in Tallahassee hated them. And mainly the real subject of those jailhouse calls are Wendi ruined it for all of us. And you, Donna, too. Donna doesn't, everybody, Charlie Adelson was perfect, but with Wendi and Donna on his team, it was hopeless for him. He could never win, and not in a million years. So we're going to talk about that. So if you don't know, if you're not following the murder of Dan Markel, this is a case that I have followed on my channel ever since I interviewed the victim's mother, Ruth Markel. So Dan Markel was in Florida State University law professor. He was married to Wendi Adelson, also a lawyer. I think she calls herself a public interest lawyer. And they were in the middle of an acrimonious divorce, very vicious divorce. And Wendi Adelson desperately wanted to move out of Tallahassee to Miami where her parents were, Donna and Harvey Adelson. And this was looking more and more impossible. The divorce got so vicious that Dan Markel was threatening her law license. Money was on the line. And lo and behold, if he isn't murdered in his driveway by a hired hitman connected back to Charlie Adelson's girlfriend, the middle woman, Catherine Magbanua. Or Mcbanoa. I've heard her name pronounced. Does anyone know the correct way to pronounce her name? Mcbanoa, I'll say. I've heard it pronounced both ways. So Catherine Magbanua was given life in prison. Her baby daddy was the trigger man. Sigfredo Garcia was given life in prison. Luis Rivera, who told everything and is cooperated, was given a shorter sentence. And Charlie Adelson was given life in prison. And now coming up is Donna Adelson, is the mother of Wendi Adelson, 75 years old, grandmother on trial, is facing the rest of her life in prison for the murder of Dan Markel. And Wendi Adelson continues, who this was all done for. I mean, that's the prosecution's theory. She remains an unindicted co-conspirator in this case, walks around raising her 2 children. She changed the names immediately back from Markel to Adelson. She says for safety reasons. Why that would be any safer, I don't know. And immediately stopped speaking with Dan Markel's family. It's not suspicious at all. So we're going to get into, and her alibi for the time of this murder was that she was having her TV repaired. I mean, the most old-fashioned alibi. Even when this happened, and we just passed the anniversary of this crime, even when this happened in 2014, this was still a very odd thing to do, and have your TV fixed. In fact, she had insurance on it through the Geek Squad, and they told her it would cost more money to get it fixed than to buy a new one. And she still had to call her brother to mull it over. So the TV has been used as a way to talk about Dan Markel's murder undercover. That's the state's theory. And let's get into Charlie. There's all sorts of odd things around this TV. And I think one of the more interesting things is the testimony of Jeffrey Lacasse, who was Wendi Adelson's boyfriend until she broke up with him about a week before the murder. And he was supposed to take a trip that she knew that would take him right by the crime scene almost exactly after it happened. And we also know, spoiler alert, that Wendi Adelson drove by the crime scene after it happened and then made a 3-point turn and drove away. It's almost as if she wanted to make sure it was done. Even Charlie and Donna admit that it's odd that she couldn't help herself, that the most logical reasoning, a rational, logical person would look at this evidence and not think it was a coincidence, because she's given, 2 or 3 different stories. One is that it was the only route she knew to get to a liquor store because she had to buy Bullet bourbon for a Stock the Bar party she was going to that night. The second reason is that it was a shortcut And the third reason was the first reason she gave was that she frequently went by that house as a way to come to terms with the divorce. So she's given three different reasons as to why she drove that route on that day. All very unbelievable. So one of the more telling stories is Jeffrey Lacasse's story having to do with this TV. Let's take a look at his testimony regarding the TV and the TV that needed to be repaired at Wendi Adelson's house. Okay, here we go. Everybody see okay?
Down at the time.
Okay. So let's go forward a little bit to this TV situation. Do you know anything about Wendy's TV being broken?
I do.
And when was the TV broken, if you know?
Between June 11th and 18th, I think it's closer to the 11th, but 100% in that week.
And how do you know it was in that week?
Because we rented a movie, How to Train a Dragon 2, to give the kids a special movie night. And I have text messages where I'm discussing having seen the movie by the 18th with friends.
So you were able to refresh your memory?
Yeah, I was able to refresh my memory. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you get the movie or?
Well, it was back in the day. It was Redbox. So I rented a DVD from a Redbox. It was 2014.
All right. And go over there with the movie. And what happens when you arrive?
I walk in the door and Miss Adelson asked me to look at her television because there's something wrong with the television.
And what was wrong with the television?
Well, I turned it on and I was immediately confused because it really shouldn't have been a question. As soon as you turn the TV on, it's been struck by an object and is damaged and basically unusable.
Can you explain what the damage looked like?
Yeah, it looked like somebody stood in front of it, took their fist and hit it like that was my first impression.
Kind of like a shatter mark with spiders.
Yeah, there's like an impact crater, and then there's out from that and it's all pixelated and distorted, which makes it very difficult. Really, no one would watch this TV unless you had to.
Right, but she didn't have to watch this TV because guess what? There was another TV. Let's hear about this from Jeffrey Lacasse.
And I had second thoughts about that. I looked around the room. Maybe the kids broke it. So I looked all around the room, and it didn't seem plausible that the children broke it. They're very small. This object had to be kind of heavy. I'd thrown a ball around with them. I just couldn't see how the kids could have done it.
One of the things that they say on these jailhouse calls is how nervous and fidgety Jeffrey Lacasse and unbelievable, like a liar. And Donna Adelson goes to great pains to say that Jeffrey Lacasse exaggerated how many times that he met the Adelson family. I happen to think that they probably forgot how many times that I would bet on Jeffrey Lacasse's memory more than the Adelson memory, because he was just a throwaway person to them. He was unimportant. He was used, really as an object of real hatred with the family, and became an object, took Dan Markel's place as, nothing would ever take Dan Markel's place as an object of hatred for that family. But let's say became went into the group of people they really hated, let's say joined the ranks of Dan Markel, of people they really hated, because he told the truth and he saw through the entire plan beautifully, including Wendi Adelson's psychopathy. He was like, yeah, I think that, it's strange that she really wanted to know where I was going. And if I didn't take my trip, why not? And all this stuff. She really she had broken up with me. And she still wanted to know whether I was going. So the idea was that he would be so jealous that he would go and kill Dan Markel. Not like she was getting, I would kind of understand more if Wendi Adelson had said, I have to break up with you. I'm getting back with Dan Markel, Danny or something. No, that she just broke up with him. But we're supposed to believe that he would be so obsessive. And I think they really got into his jittery nervousness personality. And they thought he was a someone who would be too timid, as they loved the idea of him being like the madman, trying to tell the truth, and no one was listening to him as this murder was totally pinned on him. Right? But I just was driving by, blah, 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 blah. Really, I didn't do it. You have to know, Wendi was, and he would tell all these crazy tales that Wendi said that her brother hired a hitman and no one would listen. They loved that idea. Or he would be too scared for his own physical safety to actually tell the truth. They had him down as a schmuck, okay? Yiddish schmuck is, a jerk, a fool, an idiot, schmucko supremo. And boy, they underestimated Jeffrey Lacasse.
But you didn't see him.
So when I look at his testimony, yes, he's jittery and nervous. Nobody likes to give testimony. Nobody likes to be a witness. Nobody likes to give testimony on a trial that's being broadcasted like this and watched and kind of obsessed over the way the murder of Dan Markel is really obsessed over. But boy, is he a good witness. Boy, I believe him more than I believe Charlie Adelson. And they don't get it. I mean, I've been listening to these jailhouse calls, and they go over and over again how great Charlie Adelson's testimony was because he knows his case. Well, of course he's going to know his case. He was there. But what he means is that Dan Rashbaum really prepared him for taking the stand over and over again, I believe he would have pretended to be Georgia Kappelman, and they role played it a million times, but he knew his case too well. An honest man doesn't have anything to forget. Isn't that the phrase? Something like that. I mean, all you have to do is tell the truth. You were there. I mean, you don't have to be like, it was wiretap number 75 and I say it here. I mean, and he had a reason for everything. And they thought because he had a reason for everything, it made his testimony good. It's exactly what made it bad. He was arrogant, unlikable, and he looked like a guilty person tailoring their story to the evidence. That's not what I thought in 2014, but it's what I thought in 2019 or 16 or whatever. It's stupid. But I tell you, after listening to these tapes, I mean, kind of woke up this morning like going, am I crazy? Like they had me a little brainwashed listening to them so much. I was going, was he a great witness and I didn't see it? Was Georgia Kappelman manipulative and am I just not seeing it? And then I had to listen back to it and was go, oh my gosh, he was horrible. He was so unlikable.
How it got busted.
I didn't see it. I didn't know for sure. And I didn't know we'd be discussing this in a murder trial. So I didn't investigate further or think about it very much, to be honest with you. I just thought, okay.
Were there other TVs in the house?
There was a TV in the back bedroom, a similar make and model that we had watched television with the kids before on that TV before. So yes.
Is that where you watched the movie that night?
No, I went to go hook up the DVD player in the back room. Miss Adelson insisted that it would not work and actually stopped me from even trying. So thought that was very odd, but I didn't want to argue. And it's her house, her TV, her kids. So I said, okay.
So did you watch the movie on the broken TV?
Yeah, we gave the kids movie night where we watched a movie on a broken television that was distorted enough that you could follow what was happening, but the kids are whining and crying the whole time. And I wasn't whining or crying exactly, but I was tempted to because it was pretty frustrating. And I just didn't understand, what was going on. And of course, I had related that this TV is broken, it's unwatchable, it's not covered by warranty, you're gonna have to get a new TV. And I offered to go do that for her anytime she wanted. She's a busy single mom. I'll run by Best Buy, get you a new TV. It was not like an 80-inch TV or something that was really that luxurious. It was a TV like you'd see in a dorm room. So we could have replaced it right away.
All right. Did you end up getting a new TV?
No, she turned me down several times on that offer. And again, it's her house. I tried to respect her boundaries. And I said, oh, okay. But it was inconvenient.
See, that gave them the idea that he was a pushover. He'd watch, he was so devoted to Wendi and her kids that he He'd watch a movie on a broken TV, but why did they all have to watch that broken TV? So everybody remembers the TV's broken. It's cemented. If her children have to testify, which is a horrible thing to do to your kids, never mind that you're murdering their father, and scarring them for life. But everybody will remember that the TV was broken and she really needed it fixed. But he respected her boundaries and didn't push it, didn't insist on watching it on the other TV. They couldn't watch it on the other TV. Could have hooked it up in 2 seconds. So there's that. Then there's Wendi Adelson testifying about her memories of this TV. Okay, just so this is a whole review of the TV evidence. Let me just make sure that I am in the right spot. Hold on a second. I thought I queued this up correctly. My apologies if I didn't. Okay. I hope I don't have to take a break. I really don't want to take a break through this. Okay. Okay, so first there's this. Actually, I have a short on this. Okay, so here we go.
Let's put this out here.
Okay. All right, so page 25. You find it?
Yes.
Quote, "It was always his joke. He said, I looked into hiring a hitman and it was cheaper to get you this TV." Is that what he said?
That was a joke that he made, yes.
And hiring the hitman, that was to kill Dan Markel, right? That was the joke.
That was the joke that he made in poor taste, yes.
Not to kill someone else.
No. Well, he never used his name.
Okay. Well, he's hiring you the TV because it's cheaper as a divorce present than a hitman. Who else would he be hitting with the hitman?
I never really thought about it because it was not a thing that he meant. He just made a bad joke.
Well, you repeated the joke, didn't you?
He repeated the joke.
Didn't you also repeat the joke?
To other people?
Yes, like Jeff Lacasse.
I never said that to Jeff Lacasse.
You didn't tell Jeff Lacasse that your brother got you that TV as a divorce present because it was cheaper than hiring a hitman.
I may have repeated that joke in the context of the TV, yes.
All right, and who is Jeff?
See, there she goes. Like, she will only admit the truth when she's really cornered. But who is going to make up that strange joke and get it on the nose like that? You think Jeffrey Lacasse just heard that somewhere? So repeating it, where would he hear that? Except from her. Who would know that? I mean, you know, so when she realized how bad it looks, she'll make whopper lies as long as you don't have the receipts to prove her wrong. For example, here's one where she talks about Donna Adelson making, the last time she saw Dan Markel, she made him banana bread and offered to babysit. I mean, why would she make him non-kosher? But here's some banana bread you can't eat from my kitchen. She just thought, I think she thinks these things up on the fly and just spills them out.
Lacasse.
Jeff Lacasse was a person I dated in 2013.
And did you tell Jeffrey Lacasse shortly before the actual murder that your brother really had looked into hiring a hitman?
I did not.
Did he buy you a TV as a divorce present?
Did my brother buy me a TV as a divorce present?
Yes, sorry, I should have
Yes.
clarified that. And was the TV that your brother bought you as a divorce present the same TV that was being repaired on the morning of the murder?
Yes.
Did your mom text you that morning that the repair guy was coming to repair the TV?
I don't remember that.
Why would your mom have been involved in your TV repair appointment?
Because I didn't purchase the TV. The TV was a gift that my brother paid for, but my mom went and got it and he reimbursed her. So the contract would have been under her name and her number. So when the repair guy was coming, they might have called or texted the number on the account instead of my number.
Okay. And after the murder, do you recall going to a dinner where you got sick at the table?
It was about a month later. And yes, I remember.
Where did that dinner occur? Was that here in Tallahassee or somewhere else?
No, it was in Miami.
All right. And was it like out at a restaurant?
It was at a restaurant.
All right. And when we say you got sick at the table, did you actually vomit at the table?
I threw up at the table.
All right. And did you...
Wait, she didn't vomit. She threw up. She's the queen of doing that. So there's a little background on the TV from Wendi Adelson's viewpoint, and now we get to the star of the show. Here is talking about how did Wendi really need to repair this TV? And here they are talking about the TV. Let's take a listen. Being an alibi for Wendi Adelson. Admitting it's an alibi.
It's not. I mean, what's the most obvious answer for Wendi leaving her alibi?
Excuse me? Did you just say Wendi left her alibi? Let's just play that for those in the back. What a startling, crazy admission to make.
You know when they say the most obvious answer, the simplest answer is the real answer? It's not. I mean, what's the most obvious answer for Wendi leaving her alibi and then showing up there? What's the only answer you can have? And as soon as she leaves her house, she doesn't show up on the street.
It's just so stupid. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
But here's the thing. What's the most obvious answer?
I just wanted to see if it was done.
She couldn't help herself.
Couldn't help it.
There it is, a startling admission. It was her alibi, and this is the theme, and it goes through days and days of jailhouse calls. Why couldn't Wendi just stick with the plan? We had her alibi all set up. We had the TV all set up. Why couldn't she just stick with the plan? That was the alibi. But instead, she couldn't help herself. A rational person would say Wendi couldn't help herself. And then Charlie adds to it that, at least we forget about Donna's undercover calls. They're coming in, guys. And a few of you caught this and said, I said, I'm going to talk about this. I was saving it up. I noticed it right away. We said she left her alibi. She abandoned her alibi. We had her all safe away. We had her set with the alibi, and she had to drive by the scene of the crime because she couldn't help herself. So let's check out Donna Adelson, the way she talks about the bump and these calls between. Oh, whoop. Sorry, wrong thing. One more second. 2. This isn't the. Okay.
I'll write a letter to you or something?
I've got some paperwork hand delivered to me.
You're being sued?
No, that's what I thought it was, but I'm going to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, so, I can have to figure out something. You can tell exactly where you are.
Well, I'm in Mitch Klein's office on Oakland Park Boulevard.
Okay.
So I'm right now in Silent Chili, and I'll be at his office in the afternoon.
Okay. So the boys will finish their piano lesson around 4-ish, and I've got the track of it, and they take a ride with them up there.
Does Dad know about this?
The dad's at work today, fortunately.
So if you're listening to this on podcast, I tried everything and to make this audio clearer. This is the best I could get it. So what they're talking about is Donna Adelson has been given some paperwork and she doesn't want to talk about it on the phone. The kids are at their piano lesson, Wendi Adelson's kids, and she's calling Charlie, who won't give her a rest, who keeps asking her questions. And she says, I don't want to talk about it over the phone. I don't want to talk about it over the phone. So if you can't fully decipher all of it, that's the gist of this call.
IRS.
You know, those IRS people, they're kind of bother you sometimes, but, fortunately not now.
Okay.
So I will talk to you. I'll give you a heads up if I'm going to drive off that way.
All right.
Okay? And
Does Wendi know that? Is it involved
No.
No. I love that. No, not Wendi. It doesn't involve Wendi. Not Wendi, no, never Wendi. Can we hear that again? Can we hear that little part again? It's so funny. Let's just hear that little part again. Let's see if we can go back and hear it.
All right. Does it involve me or other people?
Well, probably both of us.
What's that?
Probably the two of us. So you probably have a general idea what I'm talking about.
All right.
So let's just find some time to talk to each other and take the boys for a ride, okay?
You're going to take the boys up there?
Well, when he doesn't come home, he doesn't get here till about 7 when Dad gets here.
So it's ordered you talk to me today.
Me or,
Did I miss it? Was it before this? Am I going to bore you all again? I have to hear it again. Now I have to hear it again. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
No.
Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. Let's try it.
All right.
Okay? And,
Does Wendi know that? Is it involved Wendi?
No.
No, not Wendi. It doesn't involve Wendi. No, never, not Wendi. Nothing to do with Wendi. And a certain soon-to-be ex-husband we murdered. No, nothing. It's, just some paperwork, dental paperwork. Very important dental paperwork.
So let me just talk to you later, and
What is it? Is everyone's health okay?
Yeah.
All right. Does it involve me or other people?
Well, probably both of us.
What's that?
Probably the two of us.
See, that would be good. I always think that would be good for Wendy's defense, and then until I think about how a reasonable juror would look at that. So if Wendi ever got arrested, you would have to be an idiot if you were her defense lawyer not to play that, right? Wouldn't you have to be an idiot not to play that part of the undercover? But it's not so helpful because it's just so over the top. It's like, she protests too much.
So you probably have a general idea what I'm talking about.
All right.
So let's just find some time to talk to each other and take the boys for a ride, okay?
You're going to take the boys up there?
Well, when he doesn't come home, he doesn't get here till about 7 when Dad gets here.
So it's ordered you talk to me today.
Me or, tomorrow, and it's important.
All right.
I know what to do.
Well, I'll be up at Mitch Klein's office. You want to come up? Oh yeah, so really late.
I'm just concerned that I would have to get up there and get back in time for Wendi to get them. Sometimes she gets out a little early. I would want her to come in and out here.
Can I ask you a question? Who's the paperwork sent from?
I see that. That's great. It was something that came hand to me as I exited the building today.
And was it anonymous or?
Oh no, it's not anonymous. Not anonymous. I just don't want to discuss it over the phone.
Right, whatever it is, it's silly, but if you want,
I wouldn't bother you. Trust me.
Yeah, no. Do you want me to come down to see you tomorrow? I have to have the day off.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Dad actually starts later tomorrow. You know, he goes in at 1 o'clock. We both work out at the gym from 9:30 to 10:30. So
whatever it is, I'll take a look at the paperwork.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the IRS, but
I just would like you to review it and give me some input as to what your thoughts are.
All right.
Okay. So come down tomorrow. Dad leaves at 12, so anytime after 12 would be good.
12 tomorrow.
Yeah, he leaves at 12. He starts at 1 there, so 12, 12:15.
All right, I'll come down in the afternoon. I'll have to hang out with you and see you at 6.
That would be great.
Perfect. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Love you, honey. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Okay.
All right, so we've got, seems like we're picking up mid-stride there a little bit, like we might have missed the first couple words. Can you explain if that's true and why that is?
Yeah, it could have been a couple reasons. Technology missed it, or it could have been that the officer.
If you're recognizing, this is Pat Sanford, who came and arrested Donna at the airport, made a special visit.
And, picked it up and hit the record button a little bit late, just after the few seconds.
All right, and in this call, does Donna Adelson, the thing she was handed is State's Exhibit 78, right?
That's correct.
Does she ever mention to the defendant even the name Dan Markel?
No, she does not.
Or Danny?
No.
Jibbers?
No.
All right, we've established that the undercover did say the name Katie to Donna Adelson.
Correct.
Does Donna Adelson say the name Katie to the defendant?
No, she doesn't.
What does she say?
She says a girlfriend.
Who does she say this matter involves? Not Wendi, right?
Right, not Wendi. The
Who
two of them.
does she say?
The two of them.
The two of us?
Two of us.
Meaning herself and Charlie Adelson?
That's correct.
Is there another call where the defendant calls Mrs. Adelson back shortly after this?
Yes.
And is that the next call on the wire?
It is.
How long after the first call is this call that we're about to hear, call B?
From my memory, a few minutes. I mean, I could look.
You can look on the wire call summary in front of you.
2:09. It was 5 minutes. The call we just listened to was 5 minutes long, a little over 5 minutes. This call's at 2:35.
Okay, so less than half an hour.
Correct.
All right, publish B, please.
You may.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah. Is it me not paying the Sun Pass?
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, listen, what was I going to say? Do you mind paying my Brown and Brown insurance?
No.
Okay. Because I'm going to just stick with the same company. Yeah, but the thing is this, if you stay with the same company for 3 years, they can then try to bump you down into a lower bracket.
Oh, okay. So it's a good idea to do that.
So I might as well stay with them and then hope that that's actually true, that they can do what they said about putting it in a lower bracket.
Okay. So you want me to call Pam Hall?
Yeah, because I told her that my mom would call her because she handles like that stuff at the office.
Okay.
And then just send them in a check. Because they have to have it before, I want to say the 29th or something.
Okay.
And then do that. And listen, whatever it is, whatever someone sent you, I wouldn't worry too much about anything.
Okay.
I mean, so someone can write whatever they want to write. Someone can say whatever they want to say, and I'm not worried.
Okay.
So, was it another bad review on Yelp?
There's reviews come in. Sometimes they are bad reviews. This is a particularly bad one. So, yeah.
So I'm not being sued.
No.
Okay. All right. Honestly, it's whatever it is, and I wouldn't just judging from what you're making it sound like. I wouldn't stress about too much.
Okay. Okay. It's probably not.
Yeah. Listen, people can always write. People can always say anything they want. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. If someone says you're a bad dentist, it doesn't mean you're a bad dentist. So.
No, of course not.
But anyway, I will. I'll definitely come down. It actually works out perfectly because I have the day off.
Okay. So I'll make you take me out to dinner. So make sure you bring cash with you.
All right.
Okay.
Do I need to bring cash?
Yeah. If you take me out to dinner, then that's probably a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was this? I should bring cash. I don't have much cash to bring.
Yeah. I'll see if I have money for dinner. Let's see what I have here. Okay.
Was it? Can I ask you? Is someone blackmailing you?
No, it's always a good possibility.
You think someone's trying to blackmail you?
Maybe. Could be.
No.
I mean, is this like the most unslick? I mean, Donna's trying to be, yeah, I mean, it's like a bad Yelp review. Well, if someone says you're a bad dentist, you're not a bad dentist. Although Harvey did break someone's jaw doing dental work, and then we had to pay them off civilly. Never mind about that. At least someone's not suing me for my dental work. I mean, just like, if Donna just stuck with her original plan and got off the phone, I don't want to talk. I mean, can this guy not take a hint that she doesn't want to talk about it on the phone? Can he not? They can't. Speaking, I mean, it's just, everybody in this family cannot help themselves. They cannot help themselves. It's like the most unsmooth criminals in the world. I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, it's just someone blackmailing you. Strange that he wouldn't say, yeah, because remember his whole defense was he was being extorted? Because that happened to me. Wouldn't that be like, yeah, that happened to me, and I'm paying it off. So, they put me on a payment plan. Don't worry about it, Mom. The Latin gigs they have great payment plans, those Latin gigs.
That's crazy. Is there, I don't know what blackmail for, but is there any way I could see you? You can't come up here at all?
It's going to be difficult because they don't finish the piano teacher doesn't leave till about 4:15, and even if I came up there and got there a little extra, it would be 5:15. It would be tough to, necessarily get back here in time for Wendy to pick them up.
Was this? Can I just ask you this? Is this anything government related, or is this like whack job writing a letter to you?
Like who?
Is it like a whack job writing a letter to you, or is this government related?
No, I don't know if it's government related.
So it's not.
Oh, yeah, it is government related. FBI related, in fact. I mean, what is this, 20 questions? Get off the freaking phone. You know? A defense lawyer is like pulling out his hair listening to this. Oh, it's just so cringy. You know, what strikes me about this, listening to it this time, is the intimacy of it. It's just, these two are criminally minded. I mean, just criminally minded people, and they love this stuff. They love it. Just make sure Dad's out of the way. He's a hothead. I mean, I'm sure Harvey Adelson is another unindicted co-conspirator, one that I don't think will ever be held accountable for this crime. Although I think he knew about it, but I think it was very, he kind of approved it, but I don't think he was into any of the planning of it. I think he's too much of a hothead. But, when we can be alone and we can get into this and plan it and, just the planning and all the things together, the intimacy, it almost feels like, I don't know, almost like a kind of intense sexual intimacy that they have over this crime together, these two.
Government or military or anything like that?
No.
Who was the letter addressed to?
Me.
To you?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did it have do you know who sent it to you?
I have a pretty good idea. But, let's talk later. Either, I would like to, I'd like to try to get to see you today. I will definitely, I just don't know if I'm going to get back here in time for Wendi. I don't know how to Wendi going somewhere else.
Is it, so whoever sent you the letter sent you an anonymous letter?
No, it's not really anonymous.
Did they sign it?
It's hand-delivered him.
So someone showed up, was it like by a process server?
That's what I thought it was. It wasn't.
It wasn't?
No.
Where did they come to you at?
When I walk out of the building and I make a right and I go past both driveways at the icon.
Right.
And I'm on the sidewalk and I'm about 5 feet from pressing the button so that I could cross the street to pick up the boy this afternoon.
Right.
And just as I got on the sidewalk. Yeah. Okay, sweetie, so you stay out here then, okay? You stay out here. I'll look on it.
Oh, isn't this disgusting? They're the children that they're talking about something related to the murder of these children's father, and the children are interrupting. Grandchildren are interrupting their murder talk. Oh, jury could not have missed that. But it's almost like someone. So Donna really gets off on all the subterfuge, meet me here, let's not talk over the phone. And it's like Charlie's just clumsily coming in, and Donna has a need to want to talk about it. But it's like ruining it all. It's, how do I say it? It's like a seduction that's like kind of ruined by the obviousness of the other person. Like, oh, you say you want to meet me in the bathroom for an affair? You know what I mean? So, guy, are you winking at me because you find me attractive? It's like, oh, geez, the obviousness. You're ruining it. You're ruining the moment. You're ruining the mood.
Computer went then finishes, okay? So, somebody knew exactly who I was. Called me by name.
And he came over and handed it. Was it a young guy, old guy?
I would say probably mid-30s. I wouldn't forget that face.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, I can make the attempt to go up there. I'm just concerned about getting back here in time and, when we say we're early. And I don't think it's a good idea for the boys to say, for this last call. You know?
All right.
It's just not that, it's not only that Donna's talking in this low tone, but this is exciting for her. She thinks she's smarter than law enforcement, better than law. They think that they would get away with this crime, no problem, both of them. And they did get away with it for a long time. They thought they were protected. Their money protected them, their brain, their intelligence. They're not dumb people. But it's also, this is like, it's like a, she loves it. She's in love with it. She's in love with the secretness of it. To her, it's the ultimate exercise of her power and her will. She loves it. And here Charlie is ruining it all with this. And tell me, how old was he? 20 questions. She just wants to meet and she can talk in secret. What do you think? And really go back and forth. What should she do? Because these things don't scare her. They don't scare her. It's not like she was frightened. It's just another challenge for Donna to master and show how absolutely masterful she is at this stuff.
Well, I mean, you have to get into this stuff with insurance. I mean, it's crazy that someone handed you a letter like that. And I don't know.
Maybe you better just keep it tomorrow, about 12:15, 12:21.
Is the person like threatening you or anything?
You never know how to interpret these things. So let's not worry, and let's meet tomorrow. I think that's better. Let's meet tomorrow afternoon.
All right. Let me ask you this: do you want to take a picture of the letter and send me what someone sent you?
No, not really. I don't want to do that.
So it wasn't the government or the military or somebody. It was just some random person.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How long was the letter?
It was just a copy of an article. It's what was written on the letter that was written on the copy of that letter.
Is the person threatening you?
I don't think we should.
All right. I mean, it's kind of thing. If there's a threat, you go to the police.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, I don't mean it's people threaten you. Got to go to the police. But let me talk. Let me see what it is. Let me see what nonsense it is first.
Okay.
Well, it won't be the first time I've been threatened.
Yeah.
But
I'd like you to just see it, see what you think.
Yeah, no.
Official, honey. Right here, right up here, honey. So let's do that. Let's make it around, 12:20, 12:30 tomorrow. That would be ideal. Okay?
Okay. You got it.
Come down. You'll play with the boys a little bit, okay?
All right. Yeah. No. I'll come down. I'll see you. I'll play with the boys.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay.
All right. If it's something serious, I'm going to recommend going to the police. So.
Oh no, I know. That's what I'm thinking to do.
So. All right. Sounds good.
Let's talk tomorrow. Okay.
All right. You got it. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
So is that what Charlie built his whole defense on? That's not the first time I've been threatened? Is that what he built his whole defense on? Is that part of the tape?
Does Mrs. Adelson mention Dan Martell in this call?
No, she doesn't.
There's mention of going to the police. If there was a threat, we're going to go to the police. Did anybody go to the police?
No.
And again, does Mrs. Adelson in this call ever mention the name Katie or Catherine Magbanua?
No, she doesn't.
Who is the first person that, oh, I'm sorry, we've got one more call between, does the defendant call Donna back one more time?
He does.
All right, and is this the same date?
It is.
Okay, what time does this third call happen?
It happens about 3 o'clock, about 15 minutes after the last call.
All right, publish C, please.
You may proceed.
Boy, they just played Charlie for the schnook. You know, like, that's what I get. I mean, just if they just kept his mouth shut and just did what Donna said to do, meet you tomorrow, probably would be walking around a free man. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You be the judge. You think that this is the... I mean, this is not like there's not evidence against the unindicted co-conspirators in this case, but there becomes a point when there's so much evidence that a prosecutor feels comfortable going to trial with it. When do you think he's tipped the scales? Is this when he tipped the scales, or was it La Dolce Vita undercover tape? Was it that with Katie? Something else? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, sorry about that. Quick question for you. Well, one thing I was going to tell you is obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place.
Oh, obviously.
The other thing is, was the person black, white, Hispanic?
White.
You got that wrong. Wasn't he Hispanic? Am I wrong? Wasn't he Hispanic? I'll wait till you guys catch up with me. Aren't they the gift that keeps on giving? I know we're taking a break from heavier. Yes, he was. Thank you, Debbie. Thanks, Debbie.
And they just came up to you and they said your name and they handed you a piece of paper?
No, didn't hand it right away. First spoke to me for a while and then handed it to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't hat, sunglasses, or?
No, nothing. Nothing. I could describe him to a T.
What's that? You could
describe him to a T. No, nothing.
Was the person nervous or were they angry? Or?
No, calm as could be. Totally calm.
That's really crazy. Are they trying to ask for money or something?
Yeah.
But is someone trying to? I mean, listen. If it's something like that, it sounds probably like you go to the police. But
and they have to. But I'd rather talk to you first, and then.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. You know, there's scumbags out there all the time that try to do stuff like that.
Oh, I know.
So
that's why I just want you to see, because I don't want your father upset. So.
Don't say anything to Dad and take a look at it. If Dad flies off there. Absolutely. On everything.
That's why I suggested after he goes to work tomorrow.
Did the person give you any?
You notice she doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want Harvey out of it because he doesn't know anything about this. She doesn't want her plan spoiled out in the open. She doesn't want Harvey to think that they have anything to do with a murder. No, it's not that. It's just that he'll fly out. He's a hothead. This is why I think that he was generally kept out of a lot of the details, but he knew he was in on the original planning. He knows. And apparently he's a big part of the snitch, Dorena Burkhart. So she's a snitch she was at Leon County with Donna, and she's going to testify that Donna was offering we don't know what. Was it commissary? Was it money? Was it something else? But offering things for people to testify favorably for her. Again. Donna makes it so hard on herself. Makes some of the best evidence against herself. Not that I'm sad about it, but does anybody know when Wendy's... that's something. That's a question for you know who. Patty's Playhouse. She's up on all the details of the rentals.
Kind of like time frame or anything?
All the properties, the Adelson properties. It's not my area of expertise.
No.
Okay.
But it's clear. It's clear what's wanted.
What is it? Can I just ask you, what do they ask for?
You know, I don't know. This TV is probably about $5,000.
They ask you for $5,000?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Oh, isn't it so cringy? Is this the most cringy call in the history of the world? The TV was about $5,000. Just too much. He says in these calls, jailhouse calls, there's too much TV talk. Too much TV talk. TV repairman, TV 5. You and Wendi ruined it.
Fucking crazy.
But it's so artless. And here's Donna, like she thinks she's in an Alfred Hitchcock movie or Double Indemnity or something, And here's Charlie here to ruin it with his obviousness and his flat-footedness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mentioned, like an ex-girlfriend. Hi, Sandra. Come on in. Good. How are you? Okay.
That's crazy. Let me take a look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll go from there.
Lincoln, your turn. Lincoln's going first. Okay, do that one. Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Let me take a look, and then I'll.
If you wanted to go to dinner, we'll see where we'll go.
Yeah, I'll go down in the afternoon, and I'll take a look at whatever. Whatever someone says.
We'll go for a walk on the beach or something. It's going to be nice tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Love you too, honey. Bye-bye. Yes.
In this call, does the defendant tell his mother, obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place?
He does.
What is the significance to your investigation of the reference to a TV? This TV is probably about $5,000.
He had made statements. I believe Wendi Adelson made the statement that he had offered to have a hitman hired early on, but thought it would be cheaper to have a TV, to buy her a TV as a divorce present.
All right, and what about the use of the word 5? This TV is probably about $5,000.
And the $5,000 is what was written on the paper that the undercover had provided.
All right, in this call, was an ex-girlfriend mentioned? Or the term ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Where is Pat Sanford from originally? What is that accent? It's really pleasant. Does anybody know? What is his accent? I know it's what exactly state is that? It's so pleasant. He always looks like he smells good. Pat Sanford.
That's the term ex-girlfriend.
Okay. Was it ever said up to this point?
It's Georgia. Thank you, New York Patriot lady. Georgia. Yeah, it's so lovely, isn't it? So lovely.
Whose ex-girlfriend?
No.
The name Katie or Catherine McBanois at all?
No.
And does the defendant, in this case, has evidence revealed he has a lot of ex-girlfriends?
That's correct.
Who is the next person that he calls after these? We've got 3 calls with his mother.
Catherine McBanois.
publish D, please.
Right, not Massachusetts. We had a lot of Massachusetts accent. Right, Rose? We've had a lot of that. We had a lot of that. Oh, what a heartbreak. What a heartbreak. Oh, yeah. That's like 90% of the content on this on this channel. Feel bad, true crime. Criminals getting off, getting their conviction overturned, convincing the public of some nonsense. Yeah, I thought Hank Brennan was a sharp dresser.
Hello?
But really, my heart is with Adam Lally. I mean, to be honest, I was always kind of lukewarm about Hank. I thought his openings was great. I thought his closing was great. But I really like Adam Lally. I know he isn't dynamic to watch, but I do, ultimately when I look back, I think he was more effective prosecutor. I know I'm in the minority. I know. But I think that was strangely a more effective case.
Hey, what's going on? Are you someplace you can talk to me?
So what?
Are you any place that you can talk to me?
You can talk to me right now.
What's that?
Just talk right now. Just talk.
Okay, can you go someplace where it's not loud when I'm talking to you?
I can't. This is like loud. Like I can't get out.
Okay, I'm trying to walk outside and talk to you right now. I can't.
This is just a bonus. I think these are interesting. These are going to all come into Donna's trial. Does anybody want to hear one more? I mean, I'm kind of done with the TV. I'm just kind of, this is just sort of, I mean, I think I've made my point. I think, if you want to hear him say it one more time, let me just switch back. Hold on one second. So, did I just stop sharing? No, I didn't. Okay, hold on. Where am I? Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm sharing video. Hold on one sec. So let me just share my screen. So just to make my case one more time, and then we're going to just listen to that just for fun. Just another undercover call just for fun. This is my video here. This is
her alibi, and they're showing up there. What's the only answer you have? And as soon as she leaves her house, she doesn't show up on the street.
It's just so stupid. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
But here's the thing. What's the most obvious answer?
I just wanted to see if it was done.
She couldn't help herself.
right. So why did Wendi leave her alibi one more time? Just one more time.
Obvious answer, the simplest answer, is the real answer. It's not. I mean, what's the most obvious answer for Wendi leaving her alibi and then showing up there? What's the only answer you can have? And as soon as she leaves her house, she doesn't show up on the street.
It's just so stupid. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
But here's the thing. What's the most obvious answer?
I just wanted to see if it was done.
She couldn't help herself.
Couldn't help herself.
Okay, I think I proved my case there, but that's what she's saying. She couldn't help herself. What's the most obvious answer for Wendi? I mean, you don't leave your alibi. You if you don't know a murder's happening, you don't need an alibi. You're just doing what you do, right? And that's what the Adelsons said all along. And they say, I mean, you kind of got to get into the spirit of these calls and how they talk to each other, because they know they're being recorded. But it's all coincidence. It was all coincidence. But there's where Charlie slips. I mean, we pick these words for a reason. What he should have said is she left having her TV repaired. Why did she have to leave to have her TV repaired? Why? And it sounds like that last minute get together with friends may have also been her alibi, where they found her. So if that wasn't enough, if the TV wasn't enough, if it didn't cover enough span of time, then she had to get liquor, right? Then strangely, she kept the receipt there for the bullet bourbon. Odd. I mean, that thing is so odd, right? Isn't it? So the more I think about it, I wondered if this was a real thing, but now I think this may have been a real invite. I just find it so weird that they're all asked to bring the same thing. Why would you want to stock the bar with one kind of drink? So it says on the corner, please bring bullet bourbon or some other thing. And she didn't buy bullet bourbon. She brought bullet rye whiskey. So she didn't even... So I always wondered if this was the real invite, but now I think it might be. Really, this is the invite that everybody got, and not something created by the Adelson family. I mean, that's what I was wondering after the fact. I mean, that's the stock the bar party invite. Odd, right? Okay, so this is just a little extra. Does anybody want to listen with me? I'm just in the mood to listen to Katie's call. If anyone's still with me, anybody down with a little Katie's call? I hope so. But usually I would end the episode there, since it's all complete and on topic. But here's a little extra.
Fun to get outside. All right, let me turn it off. All right. Somebody, hang on, okay? Mm-hmm. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear.
Okay. I just want you to listen to me. I'll be able to talk to you in person when I see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom walked the kids. I only heard part of the story. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go down there and talk to her tomorrow to find out what's going on.
Okay.
Because she didn't want to elaborate.
Uh-huh.
But she said that someone approached her on the street, called her by name, handed her an envelope with something in it.
Yeah.
And she really wouldn't go into detail. And listen, I have no idea what this is in reference to.
Uh-huh.
But something regarding her son, something regarding his ex-girlfriend, and the person.
Hey, Mia. So nice to see you. What I meant was, I thought the get-together was real. I thought the stock the bar party was real, but I didn't know if this invite was something created by the Adelson family as kind of like an alibi. You know how good they are at Photoshop things. Because I found it so weird, this thing, like, please bring, you see that little tag up at the left? So for those listening on podcast, there's a little tag out in the stock the bar party invite that says, my eyesight isn't great from here, but the bride and groom ask that, just basically bring bullet bourbon. It's worded oddly. Help the bride and groom stock the bar for their wedding by bringing a bottle of bullet bourbon or your favorite wine or spirit. I mean, why would they want all bullet bourbon? I mean, everybody would bring the same thing, pretty much, or your favorite. But they really wanted bullet bourbon. Why did they want so much bullet bourbon? It was odd. And but now I think it really, this is probably the invite that everybody got. Hard to know because it went out through email. I don't know how those things are verified, but yeah, that's what I meant. I knew the party was real. I just thought it was an odd invite. Yeah, I don't know. Has anyone produced? This has come out. I don't know if it's been verified. I don't know. Everybody passes this thing around and says this is the real thing, and I've never been 100% sure it is the real thing, but maybe. Looks like it might be. Looks more and more like it might be real.
Asking my mom for some money.
What?
Yeah. So I said, I'm like, first what you're saying, I thought it was like something involved in the IRS or a payment or something like that. So I don't even know what the it's about at all.
So somebody just like bumped into your mom like that?
Well, they came up to her on the street after she dropped the kids off at school. I guess she brought them to school. I don't even know. But they must know her routine and must know who she is.
Yeah.
They walked up to her. They called her by name. They handed her an envelope. She said they spoke to her for a few minutes. And then she said they were making reference to my ex-girlfriend, which I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
And that they explained that they needed to be paid some money.
For what?
I don't even know if mom didn't want to talk to me on the phone. But
like, was she like, she should have like,
oh yeah,
or something?
That's what I said. I said, someone's going to try to blackmail you or something.
Exactly, or threatening you like that.
I said, you got to go straight to the police. She's like, I don't even know what this is about. I don't want to talk about it. I go, well, take a picture and send me what it is. She's like, I just want to see it in person. So I'm going to go there. I can't even fucking go there today because I won't get out of work until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So she's like, just.
So somebody's like stalking your mom?
I don't even fucking know. I don't know what's going on, what my mom's involved. I mean, you didn't do anything with my mom. I mean, yeah.
Look what I do with my mom.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking. I don't know what.
No, but I feel sorry for your mom. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Random person, like, just going up to your mom, like, hello.
Yeah, and my mom said it involves your ex-girlfriend, so I don't.
Katie was offered full immunity if she just did the right thing and came forward with everything, and she blew it. I believe she had the Adelsons in her ear. I don't know who paid for her lawyers. 2 trials. But I know that there was some in-camera meetings, meaning, so those are judges' chamber meetings that aren't recorded, so we'll never know what proof she was given that she really was paying for it and the Adelsons weren't. But I know money can be moved around, And I know her sister was involved in embezzling money, but I don't think it went towards her defense. I may be wrong. I could be wrong. This is just a hunch. And her lawyer told her she could fight it and that the evidence wasn't strong. She was terrible on the stand. I knew she would be great on the stand in Charlie's trial. Something, all the law and crime, talking heads, court TV talking heads were saying, oh no, Katie, she's already lied on the stand. I said, no. Because people understand why people lie. In Italy, they assume that you're going to lie under oath. If you have something, if you're facing, they assume you're lying. They assume you're going to lie under oath. We don't have this it's very kind of like a different take. So, I mean, everybody I don't really believe it was because of she didn't want to, or the father of her kid was, is it kids or kids? Is it just one kid or 2? Help me out. I don't remember now. Her children, I think it's more than one. Yeah, children. was facing life, and she was out. I don't think it was all about herself, and she thought she could get away with it. And Charlie Adelson told her she had a reason, an excuse for everything. This is the way he sees the legal system. If you have an excuse, then you have reasonable doubt. So the Adelson standard of beyond a reasonable doubt is beyond any doubt. If you have any doubt at all, if there's any alternative story or explanation, then you have to go with that. And he runs through this again and again. And it's so frustrating that you want to like break through the line and be like, excuse me, Donna? Huh? Donna, what? Donna, you're saying it's beyond any doubt. It's not beyond any doubt. It's beyond a reasonable doubt. The doubt has to be reasonable. Charlie Adelson's alternative reasons were not reasonable, not believable. And it sounded like he took all the evidence and tailored a story to it. That's what it sounded. And you have and so Luis Rivera became, and Katie McVanawa became very good witnesses. You know, my girlfriend is like, why are you even interested in this case? It's so obvious. This is the most obvious case. But I think it's just such an, to me, I don't know, I feel like I can understand the Adelson family very well. My background. Maybe it's a Jewish thing. I don't know.
I'm just like, you're my last girlfriend, so that's why I'm calling you.
What do they want from her?
I have no idea. So anyway, I'm gonna find out. Well, they wanted money.
I know exactly. Did she tell you? Like what?
No, she was just kind of like.
Thank you, Debbie. It's a boy and a girl. I thought it was two. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
With the kids, and was like, listen, just she knows I have the day off tomorrow, so she's like, come down and talk to me. So I'm going down tomorrow to talk.
Oh, did he, Mia? Hold on, Mia. Mia with a T here. Because it was set in trial, you were offered full immunity. So what was Chris DeCoste published an Instagram comment thread that Katie was not offered 100% full immunity, as in walk away free. It's so interesting. Do you remember, Mia, when Chris DeCoste when Katie was about to testify, they just like threw her up on the stand and he was not on board with this? You can see how angry he gets. He's like, I'm not down with this. This is not a good idea to throw Katie up on the stand. And her female lawyer, who I'm forgetting the name of right now, insists on doing it.
And then I don't remember if it had anything to do with you. If they're mentioning you or any reference to you, I'll keep you posted.
Why are they doing me? Yeah, like
I don't know.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, please send it to me. Send it to me. As you know, I'm not very active on Instagram. I'm trying to change that. I'm really locked out of my account. If anybody can help me out, get back in my account. I'm like connected through Facebook, with another thing that I'm rarely on. And now I'm like locked out. I can't really post on Instagram, only on my phone. So it's really kind of useless to me. So if anybody has any contacts on Instagram, let me know. RobertaGlass23@gmail can help me get back into my Instagram account. I appreciate it. It just kind of goes round and round.
Well, we'll talk. It could be anything. So I just assume that.
Exactly.
But anyway, doesn't matter. So I may want to see you tomorrow if it does have anything to do with you. If it doesn't, then I feel like a fucking idiot for even bothering, wasting your time. But if it
I
does,
would feel bad for your mom. Like, who the hell? Like, if that was me, would have like called me home right away? Be like,
I know. I said, Mom, was the guy wearing a hat, glasses?
I have covered it, Anna. I don't know what more to say about it than one episode, but I did cover it.
I was like, no, I can take the person out of line in a second. They came over to me. They spoke to me very politely. There was a white male in his 30s, no hat, no glasses, just a white male in the 30s, came up there and knew who she was and addressed her. So, but anyway, neither here nor there. I feel like an idiot if it was some other ex, but Anyway.
Yeah. Did you have any fight with anybody over there or something?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just be calling everybody today.
No, yeah, you should try to find out.
I thought when I spoke to my mom, she said it involved, they mentioned your name in it. That's why I was calling you, but I'm going to feel like an idiot if they didn't. So, but anyway, are you working tomorrow? What's the story?
Yeah, but you can always pass by over there. Doesn't matter.
All right. What time do you finish work?
Thank you. All right, let me know.
What time do you finish work tomorrow?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, like I told them, like I'm usually between like 9:30 to. You want me to get up? Okay.
What?
Anytime between 9:30 to like 3-ish, 4-ish. It depends.
Okay.
Like today, I was like super like crazy.
Okay, I got to get back in there. I'm going to be in Miami, and when I'm done hanging out down there, I'm going to.
Oh, Patriot Lady, it's Georgia. Pat Sanford is from Georgia. I mean, from Alabama. Sorry, not Georgia. Huh. Interesting. Thank you. Alabama. I'm going to have to listen again and then listen to an Alabama accent and Georgia accent and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like right there, so.
So figure somewhere around 4-ish, I'll see you.
Okay.
All right. No worries, kiddo.
All right.
All right. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
In this call, we hear Charlie Adelson say that the undercover mentioned something about her son, meaning that the undercover mentioned something about him. Did the undercover mention anything about Charlie Adelson?
No.
Anything about Charlie Adelson's ex-girlfriend?
No, not in those words. No.
He did say the name Katie
Correct.
Tuto, correct?
Correct.
But didn't specify your son's ex-girlfriend, anything like that?
That's correct.
In this call, we hear the defendant stating that Catherine Magbanowa was his last ex-girlfriend, and that's why he's calling her. Is it true, based on the evidence that was collected in this case, that Catherine Magbanowa was in fact his last ex-girlfriend?
No.
Okay, so he had other girlfriends in between Catherine Magbanowa and the bump?
That's correct.
Including who?
Whitney Kick.
Okay. Did he call Whitney Kick at all on the wire?
No.
Did he ever call any other ex-girlfriends other than Catherine Magbanowa about this matter?
Not about this matter, no.
Okay. All right. So that's all the underwire calls for today. Whitney Kick wasn't called. Strangely. What a name, Whitney Kick. But just this is such a case about all the wrong values, you know? I mean, money, greed. I just think the Adelsons had to win at every... winning was such an important part of the Adelson persona. You know, nobody beats the Adelson family. We're going to win at all costs. And you have these... And I think what makes it interesting to me is that this was not a idea that was foreign to Dan Markel, who Harvard was the only place he wanted to go, certainly the most famous top school in America. I'm not sure that, you know, whatever you want to say about the reputation of the school, if you say Harvard to anyone, that is, you know, one of the hardest schools in the country to get into. And it comes with a heavy, heavy name. He understood the power of achieving. Wendi Adelson's too, top of her class at Brandeis, nothing to sneeze at, full scholarship, etc., or whatever scholarship that she was on. Didn't she get scholarship to Brandeis? Am I wrong on that? Graduated magna cum laude, all these things, these achievements, these status symbols, these power, money, everything. It's the most important thing. And winning, right? Being seen as a winner. and not caving, you know, asserting your will over whatever, achieving and winning. So, yeah, I mean, and when it comes to the Adelson family, you know, they're supposed to be such a tight family, seen as the perfect family, but when things go down, when they need each other, everybody looks after number one, right? So you see Donna and Harvey not showing up for Charlie Adelson's trial, not showing up. I mean, just not a day of his trial did they show up for because they were so concerned in preserving themselves. And that's the kind of mindset that they taught their children. So that's what I have for today. That should explain Charlie Adelson. Can't help but from the mouth of convicted murderers comes the truth. Wendi Adelson left her alibi and went to the scene of the crime because she wanted to see if it was done. She couldn't help herself. Irrational. The most obvious answer is often the truth. She couldn't help herself. Basically, what he's saying is, I wouldn't be convicted if it weren't for Wendi. And you, Mom, with too much TV talk. TV is about 5, too much TV talk. All right, I'll be back again with more Adelson coverage. We're gearing up for Donna Adelson's trial. Starts August 19th. All right, so have a great one, guys. Thanks for listening. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, support the channel. You can send me a Venmo, buy me a coffee, or become a Patreon member and get access to content you won't get anywhere else. Links are always in the description. Have a great night, everyone.
What a stitch you're in. You plotted a murder cause you wanted to raise your daughter's kid. Tallahassee is just a stop on the way to civilization. Miami is where all the fancy people are at. The TV is a Power 5. You can't get away from that. Two-toe, tay-toe, hoo-ho, you know the guy you pay, and you can't get away from that. Oh, Donna, what a stitch you're in. You thought jail was just for the little people, but now you're so blankets with the locked-up crew. You're a grandmother in lockdown, and your one-way ride to freedom you blew. What a stitch you're in. Your family are exiled from the social circles you swam in. We all know you never made that banana bread or offered to babysit for Dan, but you'll soon be making license plates and thinking about what could have been. Oh, Donna, you had to plan a